Y'all, I'm very fortunate to, on occasion, have folks want to send me whistles and other instruments to try out and give my opinions on. This one, I think, has probably come the furthest. This is all the way from China. I'm not entirely sure where, and if I did, I probably wouldn't even pronounce it correctly, but more on that later. Let's see what's inside it. Alright, cool packaging. Let's see what we're looking at here. Whoa, it's purple. They're all like that here. Cleaning cloth, I think. Cool. Ooh, good. Alright. Oh, no, this is a whole different style. Okay. That's a bunch of stuff in Chinese that I can't read. But okay, door number 3. Silver, okay. Well, it looks like we've got 3 different styles, or at least 2 different styles, and then 2 different colors. So let's see how they sound first of all, and then we're going to compare them to some of these other whistles that I'm a bit more familiar with, and maybe that my viewers are a bit more familiar with. But it's very light. That's the first thing that I noticed, other than the obvious purple color. It's nimble, I guess. The head joint seems to be ABS plastic, I think. I assume that's what it is, some sort of molding. Similar to what you'd find, I assume, in a Generation or a Vidog or one of those types of whistles. Different shape. The shape is similar really to something like a Lear or a more modern design, but that same sort of material. I was initially a little worried that it might be kind of squishable, like it was so thin that it was, you could easily squash it, but I don't think that's the case. I'm applying pressure to it and it's not, there's no give to it. I was sort of expecting that, but just based on the weight alone. Just curious on the balance situation here. Yeah, it kind of sets up at least close to what I'm used to from the whistles that I play, just north of that top hole there. It jumps through the octaves very well too. It's responsive, and the pressure lets off kind of when you'd expect. It's familiar. I'm curious to compare with the silver one here, see if there's any difference other than just the color. Ah, it's also an E flat. Also responsive. I assume it's the same design type. It's got the same sort of balance and weight, and the textured finish to it is about the same. It's very, I don't know if you call that just polished aluminum or some sort of anodized. Those words are a little Greek to me. I'm not entirely sure. Same mouthpiece design, same balance sort of a situation there too. Yeah, just an E-flat version of it. It's got a real nice sweet tone, I think. Let me check out this other one here, which is in fact a different style. It's got a separate tuning, yeah, like an old school kind of proper tuning style that is very stiff. Wow. Huh. Okay, we're going to put a bit of tuning slide grease on this. Let's see if that makes any difference here. Yeah, now we're cooking. Okay, same head joint, or at least same mouthpiece, I should say, but obviously the tuning slide is a bit different, so... And the body is plastic, I just now noticed that as well. It's actually really nice, considering it's all plastic. I don't play a lot of all plastic whistles. I've got a couple of Dixons, I believe, lying around that are that style or similar style. It's nice, it's very quick. And it's called Bro. I'm not entirely sure why. I assume that's something to do with the model number, but what's up, bro? Like the other two, it jumps between the octaves very cleanly, which is nice to see. Easy to get those 2 octaves. You don't have a lot of noises and breaking notes and that sort of thing. What that implies to me is consistent manufacturing. The note breaking issue usually stems from oddities and weirdness in design and fabrication of the windway or the mouthpiece. These are all really nice and consistent. That's a good sign. I've got a couple of things that I want to compare to. I want to compare this red one, the Bro, to the Dixon, because that seems to be the most similar in style and design. And I'm going to compare these other two with the Walton's Mellow. The mouthpiece is similar, material-wise it's similar, weight is similar, that sort of thing. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on that particular comparison. I was very impressed with this, just back to back like that. The Dixon has a bit of that kind of old school grit, which is cool if you like it, but I sort of dig the cleanliness of the new one here. It seemed more efficient. Now let's compare the Waltons with the purple guy here. Again, to my ear, this one really stands out. The attack is very clean. I can separate the notes like I want to. It's got a bit more punch to it when I want it. It's impressive. Right, let's do my usual tuning check here. Yeah, all green there. Whew, very shrill, but in tune. Let's check the purple one here, same drill. Very nice. Yeah, yeah, they work. Now, the elephant in the room with these is shipping. If you're in the United States like me, it takes a little while, and because of recent economic policy changes, let's say, there's tariffs and taxes and other such things that make the shipping a little bit tricky. I think I've seen different numbers bandied about between $20 and $60, so that's certainly going to cut into the cost and make these things a bit more expensive. Big question is it worth the hassle of getting it to the US? And that I say I have no idea. They're definitely good whistles. They're high quality instruments. This is not Amazon Temu knockoffs. These are well built. I would imagine if you're in China or if you're in anywhere in Asia, Australia, maybe even Europe, probably a lot easier and cheaper than to get a hold of these. So that might be a great option if you're in any of those other markets other than the US right now. But there again, not impossible. The cool thing is that these are just made by a guy, somebody who's interested in the instrument, interested in the music, and I'm probably going to mispronounce his name, but Lyu Qing, thank you very much for sending these. Again, apologies if I've screwed that up. But I'm going to post a link to his information, his website down below. If you're interested, check him out. They're really well made. Whether they're a good value for you probably depends a bit on geography and politics and other such nonsense, but take a look and see, because it's a pretty cool option.